So you're planning the trip to Las Vegas and you're planning to go with your significant other, but you just can't figure out where you should stay or what might be the best hotel for your trip or what you should do, maybe where you should eat, how you can throw that wow factor. Don't worry, I got you. Today we're going to talk about Vegas for couples. So without further ado, let's get started. Now, we all know Vegas for being the big entertainment capital. We all know Vegas for partying or for going out to have a good time, for the guys' trips where you turn up and have a good time, or those girls' trips where the ladies go out and just do their girl thing. But we know when we want to go to Vegas and you want to bring that special someone with you, or if you want to try to impress someone, you can still go to Vegas and do those things, but you want it to be just a little bit different. When you planning certain things, it's just certain things that you want to do, but you want to maybe turn it down a little bit, or things that you might not really want to do that you might now be more open to because you want that special someone who's going with you for that Vegas trip to sit different. So we all have those Vegas memories and we all have those Vegas fun trips, but when you got someone special with you, you want that trip to be special because of them. So we're going to talk about some things that you can do for those of you who are planning to go to Vegas with a significant other to make this trip stand out and make it special for that special person. So let's start with the first planning part of the trip for a couple, or for anybody who's going to Vegas for a couple's trip. Your hotel. Where should you stay? What are the hotels for couples? Now, I've done so many different videos on this channel about the worst hotels in Vegas, ones you should stay away from, the best hotels in Vegas. I've done all suite hotels, and then I've just done a different variety of sleepers, just so many different videos. So if you're going with a significant other, certain hotels that you might not really care about, you might care more so about when you want that special someone to have that special experience. So for the hotels that I would recommend if you're going with a significant other, or if it's going to be a couple's trip, in the budget and affordable range, Planet Hollywood would be the first hotel that I mentioned. The hotel is just a fun party vibe. So if you are a couple who likes to party, or if you don't necessarily want to go out and party but you want to be around a party experience, Planet Hollywood would definitely be a hotel I recommend. And then Park MGM would be another hotel that I recommend in the affordable range. It's more on the quiet side, but it's not completely quiet because you've got On the Record there. There are shows going on at the theater. You're right there by T-Mobile Arena, so there may be an event going on while you're in town. But it's a smoke-free hotel, so it's really clean. They've got updated and remodeled rooms and a lot of different things you can do with the hotel. And it's a fun casino to be around. The vibe at Park MGM Casino is really cool. So I recommend Planet Hollywood and Park MGM if you're going for couples for a nice, fun, affordable stay. If you want to spend a little bit more money, then I definitely recommend the Venetian and Palazzo. Two separate hotels on the same property, all suite hotels. Trust me, if you want to impress somebody, stay at Palazzo or Venetian. A base suite at Venetian or Palazzo is going to be 3 or 4 tiers of some of the other hotels for what you get at the standard at the Venetian or Palazzo. And then of course, if you stay at Palazzo, they have a dedicated section at the hotel where you can just express just how much you love, like a lot of people have on social media. But they're nice hotels, Venetian and Palazzo. You could also do Wynn, which is right over the bridge from Palazzo. If you want to do the luxury stay, you can't go wrong with the Wynn. Definitely top tier. And then of course, it doesn't get any better than the Cosmopolitan. I mean, I don't have to beat a dead horse. We all know Cosmo's the best hotel in Vegas. So if you're trying to definitely give someone that wow factor, staying at Cosmo, it's not gonna get much better than that. And then if you want to do somewhere with some suites, if you don't mind staying off the strip, you could stay at Palms Place. I would definitely recommend Palms Place. It's a separate tower at the Palms from the casino resort, so it's also more quiet, but it's an all-suite stay. And same for Vidar. Both of those suite hotels would give you somewhere luxurious for an upscale stay to definitely impress your significant other. And before I move off of the hotel topic, I do want to throw one little extra thing out there because I get asked this all the time. So TVP, what hotels do you know that got rooms that they got a tub that's big enough for 2 people? Now, obviously, everybody's body type is different, so I'll just go on an average body type for someone. But if you want to look at a hotel or you want to consider rooms that actually have 2 tubs, I'm going to throw out a couple because I don't want to spend all day on this topic in this video. Caesar's Palace and the Augustus, Octavius, and Palace Towers. Their rooms actually have jacuzzi tubs. They're massive size, easily can fit 2 people. The Signature at MGM Grand, which is an extension of the MGM Grand Hotel, all 3 of their tiers of suites also have jacuzzi tubs. And then also at Palms Place, the Palms Place Studio and above, they also have a jacuzzi tub. And if y'all thought about it, forgot about the Cosmo 1 bedroom with the Japanese soaking tub, come on now. There's no way I'm gonna forget about that. That'd be the one I recommend, especially if you're gonna stay at Cosmo anyway. Get the 1-bedroom terrace, that Japanese soaking tub, plenty of space. You can have a lot of fun. Alright, so you've gone over your list of hotel options, you've looked at your budget, decided which hotel you want to stay at, which room you're going to stay in. So it's kind of like, cool, alright, know where I want to take my significant other. So what are we going to do now? Like, what do I do? How do I take them out there, show them a good time, make sure we have some fun, but make it a little special at the same time? Well, once you booked your hotel, hopefully you've let them know that you're going for an anniversary or some special event. There's a lot of different things you can do in Vegas, but if you're going with a significant other, you want to make it memorable. So of course you should consider going to a show. There's plenty of shows, so whatever you're into, you can just look for specific niche shows of your interest. Absinthe is a very popular show at Caesar's Palace. It's a very entertaining show. And then the Bellagio is another popular show that a lot of people like to go and see. That'll definitely give you a good experience and will definitely be something nice to watch with a significant other. If you like the classics, of course, the Blue Man Group and the Jabberwockies are still there, and they still have the Michael Jackson show. So if you like those classic throwback vintage shows, they still have those around. That'll be good to watch with a significant other. And then once you get past the shows, when you want to look at activities, I would definitely recommend going to the High Roller, because if you're gonna go and try to give someone that wow factor, that experience, it's not gonna get better than being 550 feet in the air. And then if you want to get the open bar package on top of that, you're on the world's highest observation wheel with an open bar for 30 minutes, taking in the views all around the valley. Is just something that you really can't put into words, especially on social media. We all know we love to take photos, and being on the High Roller with someone special, that's definitely a way to leave a lasting impression. And then I mentioned Venetian and Palazzo as one of the hotels to consider for couples. If you're going to be staying there, of course you should take them on a gondola ride. You know, if you got someone special with you, give them a special little tour. Let someone take y'all around on the water at the hotel, make you feel like you're in another continent, even though you're in America. You know, that's why Vegas is Vegas, because you can be who you want to be and do things that you probably won't do in many other places in America. But the gondola ride is definitely something that you should consider if you want to do something special. And then one thing that I like to recommend to people that I don't hear a lot of people talk about, that I think is a signature way to impress someone or give someone that oh my god factor without taking all day, is the helicopter strip tours. Maverick Helicopters is one of the most popular tours in Vegas, but doing a helicopter tour, it's about a 15-minute ride. They'll pick you up from your hotel. So what way to impress somebody than getting picked up by a bus? They'll take you to the property. They'll get you on the helicopter ride, fly you through the strip, bring you back around. Beautiful views. You'll definitely wow somebody with a helicopter tour, especially if you do it at night, because imagine being in the helicopter looking at the Vegas Strip. It's just, you can't put that into words. So catching the show, seeing the High Roller, doing the helicopter tour, of course the gondola, some things you can do to impress your significant other, in case you were trying to figure out what exactly you should do with someone that's special to you. Alright, cool TVP, so we got our hotel locked in. Told him I'm bringing my baby out there for a special anniversary. I'm gonna take her on the helicopter tour at like 8:30 p.m. before we go out. But we gotta eat somewhere nice, man. What's up with some dining options? What's some good dining places? Of course, if you're going to Vegas on a couples trip, you gotta have a fine dining experience. You're just not gonna get that full wow factor experience if you don't go somewhere and fine dining. So I'm gonna name a few of the restaurants that I recommend that I have been to myself, excluding one because I just can't ever seem to get a reservation here. But I'm gonna name some of the top spots that are definitely gonna give you that fine dining experience that's gonna just take that trip over the edge if you haven't been here before. Number one is STK at the Cosmopolitan. Now STK, the food is delicious, but the experience at STK just takes things up another level. You're gonna get good food. You're gonna get great food. You're gonna have very good service, and then they also have a DJ there that's live playing music. So it's like being at a fine dining experience, but also having a lounge experience with the music in the background. Definitely feels like you can be at a club at certain times, but it's definitely a great experience. I would definitely recommend STK. Second place I recommend is Catch at Aria. It's another delicious restaurant. It's got great food. I've done a review of STK and I've done a review of Catch on the channel, so I can put those links in the description if you want to check those out as well. But when I went to Catch, it caught me off guard. No pun intended. But I was really surprised by how good the food was, and I was really surprised by the experience, the ambiance of the restaurant, the service, the food. It's just definitely a place you should take someone. Prime at the Bellagio is definitely another place that you want to consider going if you want to give someone a wow factor with a fine dining experience, because having dinner in front of the Bellagio fountains is just something that's pretty hard to beat. And it's the place that I can just never seem to get a reservation for when I'm trying to go. So who knows, maybe next time I try to go there, I'll be able to get a reservation. But I know plenty of people who've gone there. I've sent plenty of clients there, and they all love it. They all rave about it. But my favorite dining experience and my favorite restaurant in all of Las Vegas that I've sent so many people to, especially for those who are going for anniversaries or trying to propose, or trying to do that signature moment with someone special, is the Top of the World at the Stratosphere. Now, I know some people hate Stratosphere depending on who you are, but when we're going to talk about a dining experience and somewhere to take someone to eat to give them that wow factor, it's really hard to beat being almost 1,000 feet in the air with a restaurant that's got a nice, calm, comfortable, soothing environment that rotates around every hour while you eat some delicious food, and you don't even know that the restaurant is moving. You might get surprised sometimes because there are some rides above the restaurant, so you might be looking out the window soaking in those views of the valley, and all of a sudden you might see a claw going down, or it might look like someone's jumping off the building going crazy, but that's just a ride. It's not nothing wild. But it's one of the best dining experiences that is in Las Vegas. I love Top of the World. It's my favorite restaurant. Not saying it's the best restaurant in Las Vegas, but I definitely would recommend Top of the World if you want to give someone a fine dining experience and have that special moment with that special person. All right, so you've got your hotel picked out, you've got your room picked out, you've got that anniversary package set up together. You're going to do a helicopter tour, maybe check out the gondola ride or the high roller. You decided to either go to Top of the World, Prime, or STK for dinner. But now that we finished eating dinner, how do we wrap up the night? Let's have some entertainment for the night before we go back to the room and have that nightcap and do that nightcap thing. All right, so let's talk about going out as far as partying and lounges. So obviously I've done videos on the best pool parties in Vegas, the best nightclubs in Vegas. So pool parties would be irrelevant, but nightclubs, if you want to go to a nightclub, because I'm pretty sure there are couples who want to go out and party and have that good time. I've got a video on the nightclubs. You can check that out with a breakdown of the different nightclubs. If you want to go out and be social with other groups, you can definitely do a party bus tour. I've got a video of Turnt Up Tours LV. It's one of the party bus companies that I recommend to plenty of people. You can use promo code TVP, get you a discount as well. But I definitely recommend a party bus tour if you want to be a couple and go out and socialize with other people, to check out different places and not be at one place all night. They'll take you around, get you in for free. It's definitely a good experience. But if you're someone who wants to go out, but you necessarily don't want to be in the nightclub scene, you want to be in a lounge, you want to have that cool, fun feel setting of a club, but not just be as packed, definitely want to check out a couple of these lounges. Foundation Room is definitely one of the lounges that I like to recommend people who want to be around a more mature crowd, I guess you could say. But I definitely say Foundation Room is for all ages, but you'll definitely get more of a mature crowd here. They've got a rooftop lounge. This is at the Mandalay Bay Hotel. It's up on the 55th floor. You got nice, good vibes of music, but you can step outside and get a nice view of the Vegas Strip. And then the same thing for the Ghost Bar that just reopened at Palms. Palms reopened a few months ago, and they just recently reopened the Ghost Bar. And just like Foundation Room, Ghost Bar's got a nice, cool, fun vibe, but it's got a rooftop. It's a rooftop lounge, so you can step outside and see those beautiful Las Vegas Strip views. And because the Palms is off the Strip, about a half a mile or so off the Strip, you can actually see the whole Las Vegas skyline, so you'll definitely get a beautiful view from Ghost Bar. And then if you're going to be in the downtown Vegas, or if you're going to be in downtown on a Fremont experience and you just want to wrap up the night somewhere, you can definitely check out the Legacy Club at Circa. It is also a rooftop lounge, so if you get my drift right here, how can you seal the night with that one moment that's just like, oh my God, this is just such a great ending to the night? Take them to a rooftop lounge. Definitely go check out the Legacy Club at Circa. It's a rooftop lounge downtown on Fremont Street. Definitely give you a real nice, relaxing, fun experience. Definitely a great way to seal the night if you're going to be downtown. And then another one to throw out there, Chateau, which is at Paris, which is also a rooftop nightclub. Because they're reservation only, it is a nightclub, but you get more of a mix of a lounge and a nightclub. Because everyone there has reservations, so it'll be a good group of people, but it won't be as packed as a nightclub because there's no guest list. Everything is just based on reservation. So Chateau is a very, very underrated place to go to. You definitely get that nightclub feel, but you get it for the price of a lounge. So if you're going to be on the strip and you want to be somewhere in the middle of everything, Chateau is definitely an underrated place. And if you go with someone that's special to you, they'll definitely have a great time and they'll thank you later for it. So if you're planning a couples trip to Vegas, hopefully this video has been helpful for you to help you get some directions on which hotels to consider, where to eat at, what to do, where you can hang out late night. If you've been to Vegas and if you go to Vegas frequent for couple trips, comment below and tell me if there's some other hotels that you recommend, or if there's some other activities that you recommend, or even maybe some party spots or dining spots that you feel I may have left off this list that you would recommend to other couples who are going to Vegas. But that's going to do us for this video. If you all enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and as always, thanks for watching.